I'm a dentist. I'm 50 years old, and of course, my job was all very stressful. I've been always suffering with being overweight, and I've been on zillion diets that were not sustainable. I would lose and I would gain double. It was hard. So that was the beginning until I found you guys. I sort of read um, I found you on Instagram, and I've seen both actually, Facebook and Instagram, and I started reading and listening to your videos and reading some of your reviews, and it sounded very interesting. I didn't know if I would be able to follow whole protocol, and well, that was just an immediate decision because I failed so many times. It was just a hard decision to make. I was pre-diabetic. I was diagnosed with pre-diabetes, and now my fasting sugar is pretty good. Fasting sugar is below 100, and not only that, with the food plan, it's not even a food plan. With the way my nutrition right now, I don't have any spikes of sugar spikes. My sugar is very stable during the day. I was able to decrease my cholesterol medication by almost 30 milligrams. I was taking 40 milligrams, now I'm taking just 10. And I'm actually looking forward to do my blood test, which I'm sure it's going to be much better. No, and losing weight, and of course the energy level is absolutely, when you like at 5 o'clock you're a dead animal, you just don't want to move, and now at 5 o'clock you're just ready to go to the gym or do whatever you need to. It's amazing. So I would recommend like doing the life-changing experience for better. So everything that was on from was very, very for me, because I feel like I was living in the dark, and now when you totally change your life without you wake up being happy, it's very different, and it's because of all the things that we do on the program. It was so positive. When you get used to it and understand the value and the value of health, actually, you totally change my attitude toward myself, my body, my daily routine. Yeah, and I can't say enough for this program. I'm very, very grateful for you, that actually you made me look at my life differently.
Oh man, Angelina Jolie. Oh no, not Jolie, Angelina Kardashian. She has the appearance. It always takes me, catches me off guard. But good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, everybody who is here. Man, it is good to see y'all. Listen, if you are here for the second time or the first time, or hopefully the third time. Either way, you're in the right place, come the right day, because we get to talk about health. And not only are we talking about health, she just told us the other day, it's about to go down. And we looking forward to this. Let me know if you're ready to actually get involved. Let's get into the actual room. I know a lot of people are here physically, but let's be here mentally. Let's be here intentionally. Let's be so focused that we walk away from this thing with value, not the value that you brought. That's amazing. I love it. But the value that you're going to take away from here. And one of the best ways you can go about doing that intentionally is showing up and playing all out, coming on camera. If you have questions, raising your hand, getting in momentum of getting what you came here to get. We're not going to waste your time, and I will not allow you to do that on my watch. We don't waste time around here. We don't even spend time. To spend is to divest. We invest time. And that value that you have to offer is your time and your attention. And it's you. And if you're beautiful and you know it, you're full of everything that God gave you, then you deserve to be on camera. We want to see you. Well, so with that being said, do we have anybody who has been influenced, inspired, or impacted with any takeaways? Because if you do, we're going to hold them, but I want you to get that in your head to remember exactly what it is that you wanted to say. Outside of that, listen, y'all, we are about to pick up where we left off. Day 2 was dope. I think day 3 is about to top it, though. And as we move forward, I mean, I can only imagine what is going to happen in the heart and the mind that's going to affect what's in between, and that's your mouth. The way that you speak, the way that you think, the way that you activate and operate on a day to day based off of the truth that you're about to receive, I promise you, the value that you are coming in here with is going to be enhanced. If you feel that, you feel that, or you feel like you've already been provided with some value, I want you to type enhanced in the chat. If you enhance, let's go. Let's put enhanced to the chat. And I see we got some people in here. Oh, where my people? Where my people at? Ah, man, Mr. Herb, good to see you, sir. It is always a pleasure to see you on this camera because I know it's a lot of people that don't know exactly what it is that you have gained some perspective on just in the last 2 days. So we on day 3. You have to walk away with some more wisdom. You like a wise man to begin with. We got Janet in the house. What's going on, Janet? Janet, yes. Hey, GF, enhance. Janet, enhance. Monique, enhance. Oh, let's go. Sharice, I see you. Or I don't see you, but I see your name. And Dr. Tubi. Oh man, listen, I'm blessed to be in the room because she in the room. And not only Angelina, but Joe, what Dr. Tubi in the house? Like, man, we are about to have an amazing time. And you know what? I feel like the time is about to be so grand. I really feel like it's about to be so amazing. I feel like it need to, you know what? It's only right if we get this right. Because I understand that we got somebody that's a valuable asset to this conversation. And you know what? Let's go ahead and get some. Oh, let's get some. Get this
The
thing going.
party has started. It's
Party
a
starting.
party time.
Ooh, it. And what we're about to get into it with is a conversation that we all came here to receive. And if you don't believe me, just watch and pay attention because we have none other than who you came here to give your attention and your eyes to, not me, but man, the one, the only that I know of, woman of value, woman of worth, a woman who looks as if she's about 20 years younger than what she actually is. I'm telling you, I think she took a sip from that fountain of youth. I don't know. Maybe she got to get back into the garden and eat of that fruit of life. I don't know. But what I do know is the value that she has to bring based off of everything that she's experienced and went through. The fact that she went through the tunnel that she saw that had a light at the end of it, and then she was able to come back and grab some old people that's still in here. Let's put our hands together for none other than Angelina Cortez. Oh, hey, let's
What
turn
an
it on.
introduction. Oh, when you guys listen to Jared, I mean, what are you guys thinking? I mean, it's like music. It's like music to my ears. I mean, that's how I listen to Jared. I mean, that's such a talent. Amazing, amazing. Hey, everyone. Great to see you here. Day 3, day 3. We have Herb in the house. We have Monique, Cherise, Dr. Tubi. Hello, Janet. We have someone with the name GF. I would love to know your real name, so maybe you can drop it in the chat so we can we can name you. Anyway, it's good to see you here. Good to see you here. So, yesterday, guys, we covered the main principles of health and how our body function. Okay, so how many of you guys were fascinated to learn about cellular health, in order to get well so you can fix yourselves? How many of you guys were fascinated to learn all that? Put in the chat, me. All right, so what we learned yesterday, it's about our amazing cells, how they're building blocks, right? And how our body has the power to heal and rejuvenate itself, right? And then what we did a cellular assessment quiz, right? That identified potential problems with your health. And then I gave you guys a homework that based on the assessment that you took based on the quiz, and by the way, everything was posted in a Facebook group and in your emails, so you can identify the areas where you can make improvements to support your cellular health, to develop an action plan outlining specific steps you will take to address any issues that you identify. So how many of you guys here did the homework? How many of you guys here did the homework? Wave at me. Yes, we have Janet in the house. Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, Mr. Herb. Awesome. All right. Okay, so just go back to day one. I just quickly want to recap what we did during the first 2 days. Today is day 3. Okay, so in the first day, we talked about building identity and building the affirmation for this identity. Okay, so I am committed, healthy, vital, thriver. Okay, and then we learn how we can change our state so we can be in elevated vital state, so you can accomplish everything in a day by changing your physiology. How many of you guys remember what does it mean, changing your physiology? It means moving, right? How many of you guys moved this morning? Or maybe dance. Janet did. I know you did. Anyone else move this morning for 5 minutes? That was your homework, Jared. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Okay. So that was your homework. And then we learn how, by changing the physiology and then saying the affirmation, right? So we are committing, so we are building our identity. So I'm committed, healthy, vital, thriver, right? And then we do our gratitude practice, right? So because daily gratitude, what it does, it gives you hope for the beautiful life that you have, because you start to reflect on all the small and big things in your life, right? So, and you know that, now, life is happening and you are the master, okay? You are the designer of this life, okay? So that were your day one commitments. And then on day 2, once we've built our identity, so we encounter some health challenges. So we unpacked, some of the health challenges that we talked about and you guys identified during the quiz that you took, okay? So, and then your homework was to build up the plan to address those health challenges. And that's okay if you didn't know how to create this plan, because you're still learning in a process of going through the challenge and being with us here. Okay. So, but I mean, if you know that, maybe you can start putting together a plan to eliminate bad food, right? So that you're exposed to, or maybe if you're not drinking enough, you should start putting together a plan on how to implement that using the small increments. Okay. By the way, how many of you guys know how much water should you drink throughout the day? Anyone here? Anyone have any idea how much water you should drink throughout the day? Okay, I'll tell you guys. So take your weight, divide by 2. Okay, that's how much ounces of water you should drink. Okay. And if you're not drinking that much ounces of water, that's okay. You can start small, all right? You can start small, okay? You're not going to be drinking like 8 or like 6, whatever is that for you, 6 bottles, right, of water right away. You need to build it up. You need to start building your habits. So that's the concept. Do you get the concept of how we are changing our lifestyle? So we are taking small steps, right? Is it clear? Okay. Now, I looked at your results from your quiz, okay? And what I saw there, guys, so that was a common issue among everyone who submitted the answers to the quiz that we took yesterday. So how many of you guys want to know what was the most common issue? Okay, stress. It was stress, okay? So what I decided to do, guys, I decided that I'm going to come up in here on Monday and give you guys an extra session on stress management. How many of you guys excited about that? An extra training on stress management. I'm going to coach you guys. But here's what you need to do. If you want to come to that session, because it's going to be by invitation only, all right? What you need to do, you need to text me. You're getting text messages, or you need to email me, or you need to go to Facebook group and post and ask me to add you to this session. Then I will add your name to the session on Monday. All right? Anyone excited about that? Can I see yeses in the chat? Awesome. Awesome. All right. Okay. So we just covered what we did, okay, in day 1 and day 2. Now, how many of you guys want to know what should you do to fix your cellular inflammation? How many of you guys want to know? Put me in the chat. Because yesterday we uncovered that every one of us has cellular inflammation because we all experience those symptoms. Okay. All right. Now, because when your cells get overwhelmed with bad things like poor sleep, stress, bad diet, nutrient deficiency, toxins, they cannot keep up, right? So, and that where you get inflammation. And you remember the cell membrane, how we talked about the cell membrane, the outer part, right? So how the cell membrane gets inflamed and that the good stuff cannot get in and bad stuff going out. So that what inflammation, I'm just reminding you from yesterday, all right? So today we're gonna uncover, this is just crazy pants, guys. This is so crazy. We're gonna uncover cellular rejuvenation method. Put in a chat, cellular rejuvenation method, all right? Okay. I'm going to take you through the strategies of fixing your cell because anyone can do that. Just about like anyone can make their cells feel better and make better. Okay. So, and you can do it by doing a very simple steps. Okay. By following the very simple steps. All right. Regardless of your age or genetics, because you remember genetics is how much is genetics? How many percent is genetics? You remember? Yay, 10%, 10%. Okay. And lifestyle? How much is lifestyle? 90%. Okay. 90% your lifestyle. All right. Okay. So here's how we're going to do that. I'm going to take you through step-by-step process. So number one, we need to take care of our nutrition by eating anti-inflammatory diet and by taking proper supplementation. This diet should control your blood glucose spikes because sugar is the problem number one. Okay, sugar, put in the chat, sugar. Do you know that 90% of Americans are metabolically unhealthy? For many of you who are looking to lose weight, okay, the best control of your blood sugar should be your main objective. Okay, so you need to start controlling your blood sugar. At least identify the blood sugar spikes that you're going through and take them under control. Okay, but first, let me explain why blood sugar levels have such an impact on our health, right? So can I just go a little bit into the science, okay? I gave you a lot of science, but this is a very important piece for you to understand why blood sugar spikes are important. After you eat, your body produces insulin. This is a hormone that helps your body convert glucose or sugar in your blood into energy. You remember, we need energy to function, right? So energy, right? Produced in our mitochondria. If your sugar intake is higher for extended period of time, your body start to begin to convert that excess into the fat, into the stored fat. And over time, what happens is that this pattern increases your risk of insulin resistance. How many of you guys heard about insulin resistance, right? Okay. So understanding your glucose levels can help you identify what like really aspects of your diet and lifestyle may be contributing to imbalances and help you make healthier choices to support your weight loss goals, okay? So if your glucose regulation isn't good, it's impossible to be metabolically healthy, okay? All right, so there is a lot of glucose molecules in your body, okay? And they start running around like kids on a playground. And when those glucose molecules bump into anything else, another molecule, right? So it damages that other molecule, and that's called glycation. It's a very important concept, glycation. It's essentially the same thing as aging, guys. This is crazy, Tom. This glycation is aging, okay? It's also the same thing as cooking. So for instance, when you put a chicken in the oven and it goes from being pink to being brown, it's because it's going through the glycation process, right? The same thing happening in our body with our cells. So from the moment that you're born, you slow cook. And when we're cooked, we die. This is crazy. I know this sounds wild, but this is what happens in our body, right? So we're all gut creatures. So the more glucose spikes you have, the faster things glycate. The faster you age, the faster you cook, and it shows on your skin, it shows on your wrinkles, it shows inside of your body. So the same way that we age and you see it on your face, do you think we do not age inside? We age inside, just without our cells. Okay, so all right. So now you understand, right? So what's happening, glycation and sugar. So how many of you guys heard a link between blood sugar and hormones? Anyone heard of this link between blood sugar and hormones? No? Let me explain this concept. So when your blood sugar goes up too often or too much, so you have a lot of glucose spikes, right? So it causes inflammation in your cells, okay? So, and now you remember how we talked about hormones in the second day being the messengers of your body, right? So they tell different parts of your body what to do. So what that happens, these messengers cannot deliver the message. So imagine you're trying to send a text and you have no signal, right? It's frustrating, right? So what happens in our cells when there is too much sugar-related information? Anyone know about diabetes? Or maybe have someone who have diabetes? Yeah. So diabetics, the people with diabetes, they actually face those challenges because their cells are so inflamed that hormone insulin cannot do the job properly. Okay, so instead of sugar getting used by the cells for energy, it stays in the blood. Okay, I'll just give you like a little bit explanation, how the sugar spikes affect us. So again, I mean, we need to watch for sugar spikes, okay? Because if we want to be metabolically healthy, we need to monitor sugar spikes, okay? And by the way, I told you that 90% of people, Americans, are metabolically unhealthy, all right? And there is some statistics that was recently published by the Dr. Peter Attia. How many of you guys heard of Peter Attia? I mean, he's a celebrity doctor, right? So, I mean, he talks about longevity. So anyway, he published this statistic and he published that the metabolic syndrome is the main cause of death among all age groups. And if you look at the statistic, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, it's bad. It's looking bad. All right. So, okay, we'll just cover the sugar. Very quickly, the bad fats also impact your health. And when, in other aspects, gluten and GMO. So there are a lot of things that create inflammation and comes from the food chain, right? So managing your nutrition and taking appropriate supplementation is step number one. And tomorrow we have guest, our celebrity medical doctor. She's going to cover the supplements. She's going to cover nutritional deficiencies. So she's going to cover that from the medical perspective. All right. So now we just covered the first item. Number two, you need to regulate your nervous system. Put manage stress in the chat. Put manage stress. Okay. So you cannot be in a fight mode all the time, because stress is a big culprit and it can lead to oxidative stress. Yesterday we talked about oxidative stress. It can make you cellular inflammation, getting more uplifted. And it's also impacts your hormones. So stress is a big factor in weight gain, especially for women who are premenopause or menopause. So again, I mean, if you guys want to balance your hormones, you need to know how to manage stress. So number two, managing stress, all right? So because when you stress, what happens? Your cortisol goes up, okay? And you can end up with more belly fat just from stress. So you guys need to know how to manage stress, all right? Now, number three, you need to eliminate toxins from your cells and keep them from entering the cells again, okay? Because imagine that you have a bucket inside of you, okay? And that bucket fills every single day with toxins. And once the bucket is overflown, the toxins creating havoc in your body. So you're getting more cellular inflammation, okay? And it comes from food chain supply, from water, from the environment, from the products that we use. So make sure that you do not introduce more toxicity in your body, okay? And at the same time, get rid of the toxins. And again, how we do that? Through the lifestyle and through the detox protocol. Okay, so same thing. I mean, like a nutrition, like a exercise, all that, and other lifestyle modalities that we're going to talk a little bit later today, and the detox protocol. Number 4, okay, is there is another problem that people overlooking when they try to get better is the quality of their sleep. Okay, so many of us struggle to sleep well during the menopause, but when you don't get enough of sleep, it messes your hunger hormones, and it can lead us to, just wanting to binge eat all the time, especially unhealthy food. So getting good sleep is crucial for feeling great and keeping ourselves really in a good shape. Okay, so you need to regulate your circadian rhythm. Put circadian rhythm, because your circadian rhythm, they're related to your sleep. So regulate your circadian rhythm. Okay. Next one, you need to manage your emotions. Otherwise, you will reintroduce stress, right, in your life. Put emotional health in the chat. Put emotional health. All right. So tomorrow, guys, when doctor will come, we will have a special session in the VIP room, for VIP room. In the VIP room, she will teach you how to release negative emotions through breathing protocol, okay? It will be very intense practical session tomorrow. We host the sessions in a big on-site locations all the time, and doctor, she charges $350 for one session. You guys gonna get it tomorrow in the VIP room if you upgrade. We have people in the VIP room, but if you upgrade, you're gonna be part of this amazing experience. So, Jared, would you mind putting for us again in the chat the link to upgrade to VIP? Thank you so much. Okay. Let me ask you this, guys. How many of you guys want to know how to manage your emotions? How many of you guys here or present? Put in the chat emotions. All right. Number 6, you need to exercise. Remember, yesterday we talked about mitochondria. Mitochondria is your powerhouse, right? So it's your battery, and when your cellular energy is stored. So it's like generator, right? So you need to produce more mitochondria so you can have more energy in your body. So how we do that? We exercise, because your self produce more mitochondria when you exercise, okay? Also, exercise lowers inflammation in your cells. Exercise increases blood flow. It helps to deliver more oxygen and nutrients in your cells. Moving your body helps you to get rid of waste and toxins. So it's also a detox, right? So you see, like one modality, and how powerful is that? Exercise strengthens your immune system, okay? It also increases the production of neurotropic factor, and it's a special protein which helps your brain cells grow and just, stay healthy, all right? So guys, what are we talking here is a very tailored fitness, nutrition, and lifestyle recommendation based on your cellular assessment. Remember, yesterday I told you there is a special tool that can actually assess the level of your toxicity, And the doctor, when she will come tomorrow, she will walk you through that, okay, from a medical perspective, all right? So again, we're uncovering here is a personalized custom approach to fixing yourself, because guys, there is no one size fits all solution. We're all different. Okay? And we react differently to different foods, to a different lifestyle, okay? This is why, we all have a different diseases, okay? So again, I mean, summarizing what we just talked about, basically the process, the cellular rejuvenation process, it includes strategies such as anti-inflammatory diet that is helping you manage blood glucose spikes, lower your inflammation. It's a targeted supplementation, all right? Because again, we're all different and you may have a different nutritional deficiency, okay? You need to uncover that through special testing. We're talking about optimizing your sleep. We're talking about taking care of your stress. We're talking about taking care of your emotions and very tailored exercise routine. And not just exercise, because exercise can bring you stress, right? I I mean, I shared with you my story, and my story was when I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. So I was really like putting a lot of time in exercising and bodybuilding because I thought that it's going to help me to lose weight. And instead, it just created more stress response in my body. So again, what we need to do, especially in this mid-age, is tailor your exercise for longevity, because this is your function, okay? We all starts to degenerate starting age 30. So you need to understand what are the modalities that you need to do for your exercise so you can upkeep, so you can prolong your life, so you can start reverse your age process, so you can start move, so you can still continue moving at your age 70. And for people who are my mastermind people here, we know that we're using backcasting approach. So what are the things that you want to do when you are 60, when you're 70, when you're 80? Okay. So like, I want to ski when I'm going to be 90. I ski here with a woman. She is from Eastern Europe and she is 80 years old and she was a racer and she skis my level. And I was so fascinated. This is what I want to do. So in order for me to do that, what are the things that I need to change in my exercise routine to get to the next level? Because science and research shows that you need to be elite 10 years younger right now. So like I'm 50, I need to be elite from the physical perspective, from the physical performance at age 40. This is where we need to keep our eye on, okay? Same thing, your cardiovascular health. So there is like the concept of VO2, how we can develop our VO2 so we can be healthy, okay? So our heart can work really well. So there are a lot of things. So, and this is, this is what, when we talk about the custom approach to exercise as well. So what I'm covering with you guys, this is cellular rejuvenation method. All right. So how are we doing here so far? How are we doing here so far? Any takeaways from what we just talked about? Any takeaways? Paula just shared
I
with
know,
us custom
I
approach.
know it's about to be a lot of people with a lot of internal questions that they're going to have boiling inside of them. And they're going to say, I wish I would have asked her. So I'm going to ask for you. I don't know if anybody's thinking this, but Angelina, how do you know so much? I mean, the value of the information. I mean, how do you make it so plain? How do you do this? Because the way that you're explaining all of this, you just know it. How many like what are the major stories in your life that assisted you in coming to these understanding, especially as why it's so important to know this?
Yeah. Jared, good question. I mean, it took me 10 years to figure this out. And it was through a lot of mistakes that, I've gone through. And again, I told you guys that I coached with so many holistic doctors and, I even went to holistic school, and it's through my own experience. It's not just, something that you know because you read the book or you watched the movie or because, you went to the podcast. You have your
Yeah.
own experience going through that. And that experience, gives you so much understanding what's happening inside of your body. This is what I see around, like in my clients when they go through the process and they experience that and they embody that and they own the process. So they're becoming an expert of their own health. Does this make sense? That what are you guys building here is you are becoming the CEO of your own health. How powerful is that?
And you get to be the boss of you. Oh man, if that sounds good to y'all, I'll be like, put boss in the chat if you are looking forward to being the boss of you. Not your boss, not they boss, the boss of you. You the boss. You get to be the CEO. You get to tell you what to do. You get to be the cellular energetic officer. You get to literally exercise the offices of your own body, the own faculties of your body, and it's based off of information that somebody, let's go, Janet. She said, boss of me. Yes, you get to be your boss. You get to be the CEO of your own health. And that sounds pretty good, especially if you're the CEO of your own wealth. Let's, oh, Angelina.
Awesome, awesome. And many doctors, they do not focus, they do not talk about that, right? How many of you guys had doctor talking to you about the solar health? Anyone here?
No, I didn't.
So they treat symptoms with medications. They do not address the root. I'm not talking about all doctors, but majority of conventional medicine, because they're just not trained. They're just not trained. All right. So, like before we're moving forward, I want to, I'm so excited about that. I want to invite someone who has made this powerful decision to take control of her health, okay, and not make excuses like it's not the right time, regardless of circumstances. I want to bring one of our existing mastermind clients who achieved amazing results by working with us for right now it's about like 6 months, right?
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm welcome to Janet as
Wow, thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we hear you fine. All right. So, Janet, can you tell us before you start fixing your cells with the method that I just presented, okay? Where were you feeling the most stuck and frustrated with your health?
I am definitely had the insulin resistance that you talked about. I had put on probably 25 pounds, and I am, in addition to being an engineer and a data scientist myself, I like data information. I'm also I'm an instructor at a group fitness place. So I've been doing fitness my entire life. So I say that I have a lot of knowledge about ATP, exercise, all that good stuff, but I reached the point where I had so much of the stressors, I think, that my body wasn't working like it used to. And I put on the weight and it never came off. And I tried numerous programs, processes, mixed it up for a couple years before I stumbled on Angelina. And it was just life-changing for me and my family.
Thank you for sharing that, Janet. How did you find out about the cellular rejuvenation system, and what did you think in the first place? Were you, skeptical first? And just if you can share, I remember what you told me on, during our first conversation.
Yeah, I was skeptical because, of course, I found you on social media, and it was just, I love the vocabulary that you use. Cellular rejuvenation really intrigued me. And it wasn't your typical buzzwords that I was hearing when I went in to look at your information, and then seeing your doctor that you referenced. I mean, you guys were very reputable resources. I could relate to a lot of what you shared very quickly with myself. And so I just had that feeling that this was good content. This wasn't just, the latest fad, and as I participated in one of these meetings, again, I got hooked. Because of the information gathering I like to do just as part of my nature, I did a lot of research on what I heard. And just like you guys have shared, Jared had just shared all this information. So it could be overwhelming. A lot of what you said were words I had heard, but I couldn't connect them all together. So it just started making sense and putting like pieces of a puzzle together for me. And all I can say is you guys were spot on. As I've worked with you for the length of time, it's just all come together. And one of the things, I may be jumping ahead, I think because you guys have so much knowledge and wisdom that you share, your own experience and success is just amazing already. But you kind of walked me through this a little bit at a time, because I'm busy. I'm a parent of 3 people. I got grandkids. I got laid off in the midst of all this. My husband got laid off. I had a lot of stressors in my life that I could have said, you know what, I'm going to pause this and put it on hold. However, it was really amazing to have the community that we have with your program to help me stay grounded, to help me walk through those stressors. And I mean, like, the results were tremendous for me. I mean, and I just can't even imagine what it would have been like if I didn't have all these other stressors. But that's life in general. I think we always have that.
Well, Janet, you made this happen because you stayed so dedicated and committed to, and you put your eyes on the outcome.
Yeah.
And Janet, can you share with us what were the results that you accomplished?
I would say that I had gone up 2 sizes in my clothing, and I had to buy all these new clothes to just limp along. Now, thankfully, I work from home, so I didn't have to have a lot of stuff. But then I needed to start networking, and I had to start dressing up again. And I was like, oh my gosh, none of my clothes fits. Well, very quickly, back to my normal size. I mean, back to my wardrobe. I can't tell you what a savings and a relief that was, because, I just kept going up and up, and I couldn't do anything. Everything I did that worked in the past was not working.
So, except just from losing weight, because we all know that weight
Mm.
is the outcome of your health.
Ah.
Can you share with us, like, what other benefits you've achieved during the program by working on your health?
100% resetting my day, my daily habits. I mean, I pull a reset in the morning and a reset at night based on some of the principles that you have introduced to us. So I know I prioritize myself now before I go hit the ground running for work or for my family or anything. I put aside that time for myself. And I think what you helped me do is realize how to really reduce those other stressors that raise my cortisol and guess what? I know how to do breath work. If I'm in a meeting and it's getting very heavy, I can do the grounding the feet. I can do other tips that we've heard. It's easy for me to self-regulate now, whereas I used to just stay in the midst of it. So you taught me good tools that I can use when we're all going to have that crazy time. And that's what I learned to cope with and deal with. And you gave me some tools that just are wonderful. I mean, just wonderful. Like I said, I had a lot of crises that happened during our time. And I just kind of rode the wave and got through it. But one other thing I did want to say is, as we went in January, we really started, as I got my glucose. Now, we haven't even talked about my spikes. I mean, they were off charts. And when I saw that with my own eyes, and you guys were so good at saying, like, I'm not going to tell you what to do because your body's different than my body. And by using the tools that you did and the nutritional information help get my glucose under control, I saw my focus be better. I saw for the first time with some of these habits I introduced, I would say I could manage stress and I could focus on things better. So I started being able to, before work, I could, unload the dishwasher. I could do this, I could do that. I would take care of the cats and then go do what I needed to do. I became much more productive very early in the morning, which normally is just too many interruptions.
Yes, Jen. So basically, you became the master of your life with implementing, all of that, right? And self-learning about your own body. So you became your own doctor. Because right now, with every tool that I mean, and when we have those conversations, Angelina, I see that. So it means that. So you're basically know where how to take the next step because you are self-educating yourself and you see happening inside of you. So let's, kudos to you for, achieving, all that. And lastly, I just want to say that, do you mind if I share, when we had this first conversation, Janet, and you came to us and you said to me,
Yeah.
"Oh, Angelina, I'm a, fitness professional as well. I mean, you come from corporate and you're a fitness professional, and I know everything. I mean, I've tried that and that and that. And when we had this conversation and I told you, Janet, and you came to our class, and you've told me, well, Angelina, I thought that I know like 95%. And then you've told me, well, it's maybe 15%.
Yeah.
So guys, let's give it up for Janet. And by the way, Janet, can I share how old you are?
Yes.
So Janet is 59 years old. Isn't it amazing how she look like? And you guys can see, we'll share later with you, like, the pictures, it's on our testimonials, like, oh my gosh, I mean, how Janet look like is just amazing. So let's give it up for Janet, for your dedication to commitment to changing your story and to start changing impacting the health of your kids. And by the way, if you can just share a little bit, because you share that with us in a group, like how you influence now your kids at home.
Oh, yeah. Unbelievable. I have 3 girls who are in their 20s, maybe one is 19. And all of what I've learned, we are from the same DNA. Like a lot of what I have, they also have. But guess what? We're catching it early on for them. It's been really, I mean, I've had one daughter who had serious pains. Her doctor was recommending surgery for something. By implementing some of these things, my daughter doesn't have pain anymore. So I've got another daughter who's just starting up. She just got home from college, and I can't tell you how it's impacted my family. The fun green juices we do, oh boy, they kickstart their gut health, and we are just amazing how much my whole family's learning. And we have fun cooking together. Yesterday, my 2 daughters were in the kitchen cooking, a power bowl with salmon on all kinds of cool stuff while I'm busy working through my lunch, and they brought it up to me. Like, they are catching and learning, and they are so young that they're not gonna have some of the crazy stuff that maybe some of us have dealt with as we let this all build up over the years. They're learning early.
Yeah, that's amazing. So how you're building a health legacy in
Yeah.
your family. Let's give it up.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. So I know you guys, are you guys ready for Jared, how are we doing here? How are we doing here? Do we have any takeaways in the audience so far?
I mean, take me away to the place of where you headed. Come back and go there again because you talking about individuals eating good. She said salmon, Powerball, kids eating good, she eating good. She forgot to eat and they came and fed her and made her complete. Let's go. You talking about intentionality. That's what I'm talking about. Being the if an intentional family. IF. That's what it is. Because at the end of the day, it was your decision, Janet, to be intentional that provoked somebody else's domino to fall down so it can start falling. Boop, 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 boop. Now, not only yourself, but your children and your children's children, and Lord willing, your children's children's children will benefit the way that you have had the privilege of getting it started. Let's go. Then on top of that, Angelina, I have no idea what you're about to say but I feel like it's about to be so useful and powerful. You about to shake the room up. I feel like you about to drop a big domino. I think somebody's about to change the atmosphere in this room right now with whatever else is about to come out of her mouth because she is a powerhouse. I'm feeling good, James Brown style. Na 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 na. How about you, Angelina? How you feeling? How you feeling?
I feel amazing, especially when I have someone like Janet taking the stage and sharing her story. This is so inspiring. This is so empowering. Guys,
Yeah.
I know that, a lot of you might ask the question, am I capable of getting the same results as Janet by following the method, the cellular rejuvenation method? Can I really do that? Especially, with overload information about the complex diets and tough exercises routines, right? And other wellness modalities. How many of you feel like you're stuck struggling to find motivation and the right path forward? Put me in the chat. Put me in the chat. How many of you guys struggle to stay consistent, waking up in the morning and just prioritizing yourself first? How many of you guys? How many of you guys are constantly tired or battling with extra pounds, or maybe grappling with symptoms like fatigue or brain fog or inflammation? Put me in the chat. Put me in the chat. Okay, guys, I see you. This isn't for everyone, but this is going to be perfect for some of you. Can I share with you guys how we help people? Can I share with you guys? I want to see your responses in the chat. If you want me to share, if I can share with you how we can help people. All right, let's do that. All right, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to start sharing my screen. And you guys tell me when you start seeing my screen. Maybe Jared, you can help me when you see my screen.
Can't see it yet.
All right.
It's a coming. It's a coming. You've been doing good.
Just saying that it will stop the sound of the other computer. Hope it's not.
Oh, that's no worries. It should be ready for you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Sounds
easy.
okay.
Shake and bake.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So what we have done is we have taken all of this and we have put it together for you in one power-packed wellness accelerator. We can help accelerate your health transformation, and we put it all together for you at an event called the Power Your Peak Live Workshop. All right. It's a 3-day virtual event live, okay, when you will discover the exact formula, how you can look and feel amazing, how you can lose 20 plus pounds while getting energy back so you can live your vital, healthy life. All right. Now, I'm just going to scroll to the next one, and I'm trying to find how I can do that, but somehow I don't see it on my screen. So just bear with me for a second. If I can try to do
Technology being a
that.
little naughty from time
This
to
is the
time.
technology that is not helping me at this point. So I need to figure this out again and
The
start
cells
sharing
and the
my
technology need to be
screen.
rejuvenated. I'm telling you. I mean,
Huh,
we talking about our bodies. This computer stuff is not acting right, but we're gonna get it right because you got this.
I've got it. I've got it. Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's coming.
yeah, it's
It's coming.
coming
The
out.
suspense, the suspense. You know, they say that disruption always follows intention. The moment you get your mind right and you're focused on the very thing that you need to do, you desire to do, and you want to do, and you're supposed to do, that's when you know disruption is gonna come and follow. Because the moment you decide, something comes and says, not today. But guess what? When we move forward, because we have the inspiration and an illumination of exactly what is required to keep going, the desire is greater than what it is we're dealing with. You're going to overcome that. Because at the end of the day, ain't nothing that's actually bigger than you, not on this earth. So if you got to go, keep going forward, keep moving forward. We got it.
We got it. All right. I think I got it. And I just need a moment again to share my screen with you guys so you can see my screen. And we'll go from there. All right. Okay. Okay. So that's where we've been, right? So, okay. So I was telling you guys about the workshop, right? So the 3-day workshop. Okay. So what we're going to do, we are going to put for you this event, okay? And where you can start feeling the best when you are in ideal weight. And when you imagine that you're in ideal weight and you always feel satisfied without constantly any cravings, and your body feels rejuvenated and strong for tackling anything, right? And your digestion is perfect, and you efficiently absorb nutrients that fuel your body with energy instead of causing you bloating or fatigue. And your skin glows with useful radiance, right? So, and everyone is asking, oh my gosh, how did you do that? So your emotions are balanced, And on top of that, imagine just looking 10 years younger, right? So how does it feel for you? How many of you guys want that vital, sexy identity? How many of you guys want that in your life? Type vital, sexy me in the chat. Type vital, sexy me. So what are we going to do is we're going to hold you by hand and we're going to guide you through this step-by-step, the cellular rejuvenation method. All right. And we have all elements. You're going to have everything in that 3-day period so you can become like the celebrity you always knew you could look like, but you never became. So just imagine that you walk in the room and everyone see you and you look at yourself and you're just thrilled how toned you are, okay? And you finally have all the energy and the drive and the enthusiasm to tackle your projects and your businesses, your career. Let me see how many of you guys want this. Someone put in the chat, I want this. I call it the exceptional experience. I call it the exceptional experience because you'll be surrounded by the best in the coaching industry as we work together to enable you to unlock your body's power to detox and rejuvenate and heal. So you can finally shed those unwanted pounds and restore yourself so you can look and feel amazing again. Each session over the 3-day virtual life coaching and implementation workshop is structured to unlock the next level of wellness by turning information into transformation in real time. So you won't live with a bunch of notes and good ideas. This is an experience that will transform you into a fat burning machine, like this sexy celebrity person waking up every day full of energy and vitality. How many of you guys just love that? So, and we're going to have industry experts such as Dr. Istamova that will come up tomorrow and you're going to meet her and she will be training you on cellular health so you can thrive, right? And we're going to have other mindset coaches that is going to help you overcome habits, bad habits that hold you back, all right? So imagine just leaving behind all the past and stepping into this new world, new identity when you feel incredible and sexy and full of energy, okay? And you do not feel any more overwhelmed and overweight and older than you are and unattractive to yourself, all right? So how are we going to do that? We're going to start by analyzing your current state with a unique perspective. We're not just looking for health, we're seeking optimization of your well-being. So we will run a special test on top of your comprehensive labs that Dr. Istamova is going to talk to you about tomorrow that is super accurate and helps us to see how much inflammation is in your body. It's just a precise way to understand what's happening with your health. And we will use a special diagnostic tool to check different parts of your health. So this test looks at things like your vitamins, your blood sugar, inflammation, stress, toxins, gut health, hormones. Our unique system of analysis uses very different metrics than your holistic or medical professional. We will look specifically at the results and be able to tell exactly what causing your weight gain or, hormonal imbalances or fatigue, poor sleep, and other symptoms. And then we make a plan just for you to make you feel better and healthier. Then you will have a one-on-one with integrative doctor to receive actionable, customized recommendations for optimizing your well-being based on your cellular assessment. All right. So you're going to have a chance to meet with a doctor. Let me ask a question, guys. Have you ever had this experience with your doctor when you go so deep in the assessment of your health? And this is why we're so different from anyone else, okay? So we will also, what we're going to do, we're going to prescribe and we're going to keep track of your progress with a painless patch that you put on your arm to track your blood glucose levels continuously throughout the day. Remember how we talked today about the blood glucose? So you will be able to see what's happening inside of your body, okay? we're gonna give you the cutting edge wearable devices. So you're able to see your sleep, quality of stress, recovery rates, physical strain, vital signs. This information will empower you to take the right choices every single day. So basically, you see what's happening in your body from the inside out. You will see how you transform your health every day. And to support you with that, we will provide tailored insights and we will provide specific recommendations just for you. Okay, so you can make the better decisions about your diet and your lifestyle. And so you can keep yourself on track. Do you see how this thing is just going to help you to stay motivated? This is what Jenna just shared with us, right? So this is a very customized approach to your health. Next, we will customize your nutrition, fitness, lifestyle plan, okay, that is really going to work just for you, because again, there is no one size fits approach. All right. So no more guessing, no more counting calories, no more exhausting workouts, no more being overwhelmed. How am I going to do that? We're also going to give you an innovative, no recipe meal preparation system. And this system is really designed for simplicity and health. So what you're going to do with this system is you're going to be able to create balanced, nutrient-packed meals that support glucose regulation and fight inflammation, cellular inflammation, in 10 to 15 minutes a day. And you don't need to have any culinary skills to do that. And you're going to be able to do that for your breakfast, for your lunch, and your dinner. How many of you guys want that? Put me in the chat. Put me in the chat. But this is not it. You guys ready for more? How do you guys feel about that? Because I mean, this is the steps. This is what we put together in this wellness accelerator. How do you feel about that? I mean,
Oh my goodness, there's more, Angelina? There's like there you just said you don't even have to learn a new skill in order to become better. You literally are laying it all out. There's more? Oh
there's,
man.
yes,
I got,
we put
where's my
some
seatbelt?
we put more bonuses. We put some bonuses for you guys. All right. So let me take you through those bonuses, right? Because we understand how important to have everything put together. So you guys really can, quickly change your life, because I mean, you can do it within like 3 months. You can completely change your life and get results in 3 months, right? So what we did, we're also going to give you the professional grade 90-day solar system supplements. Those supplements, they are designed to prepare you for detoxification, for proper nourishment, for balanced microbiome, and they're going to boost your cellular healing. Remember yesterday we talked about inflammation and toxicity. So those supplements, they're binders that are going to take the toxicity out of your cell at the cellular levels, okay? At the cellular level. Doctor will come tomorrow. She will talk more about the strategy for that, but we're going to give you the comprehensive system, right? So how many of you guys want just this bonus? Put supplementation in the chat. If you just want this bonus, put supplementation in the chat. We're also going to give you 12-month Optimum Health Academy mentorship, where you will meet with me bi-monthly for concierge coaching. Okay. So this includes all access to the training modules in our vault. So you will get access to our private Facebook group or Voxer chat, where we're going to support you on a daily basis. All right. So you also are getting live virtual workshop with experts. So who is going to train you on the specific modalities to exercise, for the specific modalities for stress management, for emotional intelligence. So that's going to be the workshop with experts. All right. And inside of this accelerator, you're getting, guys, all the tools with all the checklists and habits and workouts and trackers. All right. So you are not left alone on this journey. So you know exactly what to do every single step of the process. How many of you guys are excited for the, session with our doctor tomorrow? How many of you guys are excited for that session? Because I mean, she's going to uncover so many things that we talked about through these days, right? From the medical perspective, this is how the holistic medicine look at those things, right? From the cellular perspective. So are you guys excited to meet with her tomorrow? Put doctor in the chat if you are excited to meet with her tomorrow. Because the next bonus is, this is really, really like amazing bonus, because what we're going to do, we're going to give you 12 months exclusive access to doctor's group coaching, when you're going to learn to understand your body, decode your symptoms, and learn alternative methods for managing conditions. So you will become your own doctor. And that legacy you will just take to your family. So how powerful is that? So you're going to be coached by that doctor for 12 months, in addition to the coaching in the Optimum Academy. Does that sound all good? I want to see some fire emojis in the chat if you guys think that, I mean, this is all good. How many of you guys are excited for more? How many of you guys excited for more? So what I did this time, and again, our offers are different every single time. This is something that we put together this time, okay? And this time, what I did, I put 2 extra bonuses for first 5 takers. So for the first 5 people who are going to book the call, okay, with me, and who's going to apply for the program, you guys going to get 2 additional bonuses, all right? So this is the first bonus. This time, for the first 5 people who will jump to book a call and apply to work with us, I will throw a 2-day retreat at my personal residence to supercharge your wellness journey. So you're going to spend 2 immersive days with me and my team, and I will guide you step by step, showing you how to live your best life. So you will learn the process and the art of meal preparation that's going to nourish your body with those nutrition and delicious dishes that you can prepare just in 10-15 minutes of your time. You will master stress management techniques to bring balance to your life. So we will do it together. You will be immersed in all this world of the holistic tools that I'm going to be sharing with you. Okay, so basically, I will take you hand by hand through everything that you're doing in a program, and we're going to do it together in 2 days. So you're going to master that. And that will ensure that you guys are actually doing it. Okay. We host this retreat for people, VIP retreats for VIP clients. So you guys will know like what to do every single day of the process. So how to put everything together. So usually this is happening after your 3-day workshop, right? Like about 2 months in a process, so where you already gain the knowledge and you start practicing your habits and all the tools, and you're building this life with your tools, and then we'll bring you to this retreat for this immersive experience. So you can really, really start putting everything together, and if something is holding you back, you're going to break through just by going through the process with me hand by hand. So that's the first fast bonus that I'm putting together. Okay. The next bonus that I gave you is we're going to give you concierge service with our integrative MD. So basically what you're going to get is 4 one-on-one telehealth visit appointments through the year with our integrative MD. Okay. And she will handle everything from ordering and reviewing your blood work to monitoring your health through the year. Okay. But this is where it gets better. She will work with you to address any concerns you have and make adjustment to your health plan based on your evolving lab results. So you're going to order 4 lab results. You remember yesterday we talked about how a blood changes every 4 months. So you're going to see how much your results are changing every 4 months. And she's going to adjust our protocol, and we're going to adjust the program just based on your cellular assessment every 4 months. All right. So again, it's all about proactive management, ensuring that we catch any potential health risk before they become bigger issues. So with this bonus, you're not just getting the healthcare, you're getting personalized concierge support from the doctor directly. And you will be able to text her about your health concerns at any time. Have you guys ever seen that? Do you know, like, this is just, when I talked to Dr. Rustamova, and she agreed to do that, because I asked her, I mean, if she can personally, lead our clients, and she agreed to put this together in the offer. All right. So you will have true 12 months concierge service with the doctor. Okay. So guys, what are you getting here? Let me just summarize what you're getting here. So you've got this 3-day virtual workshop. You've got the cell rejuvenation method. You're gonna get the full scope health assessment, the daily feedback and monitoring, right, with all the personalized recommendations that we're gonna provide you through the process. Fitness, nutrition, lifestyle, like everything built together. Lego meal preparation framework for preparing meals in 10 to 15 minutes without any culinary skills. And you're getting all those bonuses. So it's the supplements, the mentorship in academy, the live workshops with experts, all the tools, so access to the vault in the academy, so you can, take yourself through all the modules, and 12 months academy, Optimum Health Academy, where you're going to coach with me, and 12 months academy with a doctor. So you're getting coached by me and by doctor throughout the year for the entire year. Because after you get a hold of your health, we're exploring more, and we're teaching you guys longevity and more modalities. So this is what we're putting in an offer. And again, for only 5 people, I am offering those 2 fast-acting bonuses. So exclusive to the Revitalize retreat with me in my residence, and 12 months telehealth support with integrative doctor. All right. So Jared, can you please drop a link in the chat? Because once
You
you
sure?
yes.
You want me to drop the link?
I want you
I'm
to drop
dropping the link.
the link in
I'm
the
about
chat
to drop the.
to book a call with us if you're ready, and if you think that this is what we want to do. Okay.
Link drop.
Awesome. So what we're going to do in this call, it's called strategy call. So again, guys, you need to decide that this is for you. What I'm going to help you uncover on that call is just to uncover things more clearly that you might have not seen before. All right. So, and we're just going to have about 30 to 45 minutes call where we're going to drill into, we have a very particular protocol when we talk about your health assessment. So it's a strategy call. So we're going to drill down into your health assessment, and we're going to figure out what's not working in your health. So it's a very particular process that we will take you through, and then we will tell you if you are the good fit for the program, because not everyone a good fit for the program. All right. And so just to reiterate, who is this for? This is for men and women who struggle with low energy, brain fog, mood swings, hormonal imbalances, weight loss resistance, unexplainable symptoms, elevated blood pressure, elevated blood glucose, autoimmunity, women with PMS, premenopause, postmenopause, for people who want to delay aging, for people who want to drink from the fountain of youth. All right. And I know that you guys saw Janet's results today. Okay. So, and I'm just going to share with you guys one more story, very quick story. And you're going to see a lot of testimonials by going through the link, by clicking into the link and booking a call with us. But This client was challenged with the weight resistance, low energy, depression, mood swings, and PMS. Okay. She lost 25 pounds in our program. And by the end of 90 days, her depression has gone, her fatigue has gone. She started to have tons of energy. I mean, she manages her own business, and she's just started to feel so amazing by gaining all the tools and becoming her own doctor. So she said, I cannot convey in words how happy I am that I made the best decision of my life to join the program, how grateful I am to Five Senses Optimal Health is for giving me life back. Isn't it this priceless? So let me just stop sharing my screen. Guys, this is an opportunity for you to start changing your life for yourself, to creating the health legacy. And what we've put together, we just put together the system that is going to help you to accelerate your health results. If you're going to ask me if you can do it alone, you probably can do it alone. It took me 10 years and $150,000 to figure this out, the whole system. So I just know that how time is valuable. And what are we doing here is we're just giving you all the tools that we pack together that you can accelerate your health journey. Jared, I think we're ready for some takeaways and questions from the audience.
Oh man, we got some. Monique said, yes, time is very valuable. I'm glad you understand that. Cause we only got 24 hours in a day. And at the end of the day, we got the same 24 hours. How intentional can you be about not letting anyone waste your time and you not crossing your own boundaries or wasting time? And with that being said, what takeaways from this? Like, are there any takeaways from all of this amazingness that Angelina Kardashian has provided? The value of the information is just like, oh my goodness. She said, Janet says, very clear, concise info. Thank you. You talking about, you've been in a room. Y'all ever been in a waiting room at the doctor just for them to finally take you to the back after you've been waiting for so long? They take you to the back, you sit down, and then you get to sit with their assistant or whoever it is. Sometimes they're rude, sometimes they're cool, whatever. They get your vitals, they get all of that. They don't really ask you any real, genuine questions. And they say, doctor will see you in a minute. Doctor will be in here in a minute. And then 5 minutes go by, 30 minutes go by, an hour goes by. And then they finally come in just to be in the room for 5 to 10 minutes and tell you nothing. And you walk away knowing less than you knew before you came. Meanwhile, we've been in here for about an hour, if that. And the information that you have gotten to actually take a hold of your transformation was provided. And you didn't have to sit in a waiting room for 5 hours, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever the case. They sat down and got some information that you didn't know anything about. And if you did, you just had things reinforced. That's my takeaway. The fact that you can sit in a room that has nothing to do with a doctor's office or a hospital and get information that could change your situation. And all you have to do is literally take hold of the person that's offering it and then go in towards the application. That's my takeaway. Oh man. I say, listen, take your life and health more seriously and be your CEO of you. Amazing. She said, thank you. Be in charge of your life and your kiddos and their kiddos' lives versus just sitting. Yo, you don't have to sit around anymore, y'all. You don't have to wait for anything. You just have to make a decision.
It's
And
all
fast
about
action.
just making a
Yeah.
decision, just instant decision, right? And we talked about making that decision on day one. So if you're committed, if you have this powerful intention to becoming the person that you want to become, it's as simple as making decision because life is now. Life is now. How many years are you going
Yeah.
to wait until you're going to start changing your life? So what it takes for you guys is just and again, I mean, it's not for everyone, but it can be for some of you who really want to get to the results. And to make this happen is what it takes is just to book a call with us. To book a call with us and see if you are a good fit for this program.
Yep. And now is no opportunity wasted. And I heard a wise man say, it is always now o'clock. You don't have yesterday. You don't have tomorrow. You have now. And now o'clock is always the present. Get so intentional about your present that you become the present to your children's children based off of your presence that you took advantage of when you took advantage of now o'clock. Man, no opportunity wasted.
Yes. Yes. And as you all know, that health is your wealth.
Yep.
Health is your wealth. How you show up every single morning, how you show up for your day, for your kids, for your family. This is how internally you feel. When you don't have your energy, when you don't feel that you are healthy, you just don't have the potential to drive your life forward. And that was me. That was me a decade ago. And I shared with you my story. So again, I mean, for every one of us, whatever stage you are on, it's tackling what the most important thing in life, because if it's not going to be you, there is nothing is going to be around, because you is the most important person in your life. Same way as we're buckling our seat belt in the airplane. This is what you do right now. You're buckling it for yourself so you can take a better, you can take care of your husband, of your wife better, of your kids better, so you can be this lead example in a family who takes care of your health.
Absolutely. And understanding your options. Listen, whether you took this offer or not, the information that she's given you, like she said, you can go do it by yourself. And at the end of the day, you're not poor. You got life in your body. When I say poor, Poor, we're talking about people who are poor think that they don't have the power. They believe they don't have the opportunity. They believe they don't have the ownership. They believe they don't have the resources to do exactly what it is that they are capable of. It's their belief that is preventing them from seeing clearly according to the life that they are still living. They're not dead, but they've already chosen to lie down and let it happen. You don't have to do that. You don't have to let life happen to you. You can happen to life because you do have the power. You do have opportunities. You do have ownership. You do have resources because time is the greatest resource that you've ever been given. But the moment that actual clock got round up, it's been ticking. And every tick and every tock has the ability to change somebody else's life because the moment that your clock got started was the moment that your mother, when you were in her womb, she realized that you were so useful that you caused her to lose sleep. You caused her to think differently. You caused her to breathe differently. You caused her to eat differently. You transformed her life from the inside out by just being you. The moment your clock started was the moment you became you. You hadn't had your first gaga Google. You hadn't had your first graduation. You hadn't had your first step. You hadn't done anything to upset her. You had maybe some indigestion, but at the end of the day, you had not done anything to be useful and valuable. You were valuable, meaning you're able to be of value, able to be of use from the moment that your clock got started. But you weren't able to be intentional about it in the beginning. But what about now? What about now o'clock? How intentional can you be about your life that you add value to others just by being you? Well, see, the best version of yourself is the intentional one. How intentional are you willing to be? Even if you don't take the offer, there's no pressure here. This is literally like, listen, the opportunity to do something that is useful to you. But the person who showed up on camera, the person who showed up in this room was so useful that they added value the moment they entered. So if you walk away, you still have your value. Now, what if you took advantage of your time? You know, that tick and tock. See that time, that limited time that you have to not be poor, to take advantage of your power, meaning the possession of the qualities to do something or get something done. That's what power means. Take advantage of your ownership. Your life is your own. You don't no one runs your life. You choose what you choose and you decide what you decide. Your life is the byproduct of the decisions that you have decided to make and the stories you've chosen to tell yourself and believe. And as well as opportunities, you always have opportunities in front of you. You choose to take advantage of them or not. And when you become aware of an opportunity, you either take advantage of it or you miss out. And the last thing we want to do is look up and be like, oh man, The ship just left, the bus just left. But you had time and you still got time. But when you watch it leave, that's the worst feeling ever. It's like when I see my kids and I love them, I'm dearly in love with my family. But when I gotta go, and I gotta leave, the feeling that I get when I come back, yeah, it's amazing. But when I gotta leave, I don't like that. I don't like to see them cry. So how about I get so intentional about even more so that when I leave, it's a party, and when I come back, it's an even bigger one. Because time is still ticking, and I got it. So as long as you have time, you have resources. That's you. You are the greatest resource that you get to add value to. You get to use yourself to add value to other people's lives. So if your health is good, you don't have to worry about nobody worrying about you. You get to be the one that's useful to other people who are concerned about themselves. So yeah, that's there is nothing greater than the time that you have, because it is that which you have that is limited that allows you to see things from an unlimited perspective, especially when you do what others are afraid to. You got this.
You got this. Yes. Yes. And before we guys close the room and we go into the VIP room, so I'm just gonna ask you another question. So if you have any questions about what we covered today, because tomorrow we're gonna have, and you guys, you told me that you're excited about that because I'm gonna bring the special guest and doctor, she's gonna cover all of that from the medical perspective. Okay. So she's going to cover all of that from the medical perspective. And then she's going to do the powerful training inside of the VIP room for those who choose to learn how to manage your and get rid of your bad emotions. Okay. So who is excited for tomorrow? Who is
Hey,
excited?
looks like we got one question from GF. They said,
Yes.
will you add more days to your schedule for the call?
Well, each day so at this point, I mean, we're having 3 days, for the call, but I will add 5 days, 5 days to the call. So the next week is actually is open for you guys. So the next week is open for you guys. So yes. And if I would just know your name, but you can also text us and tell us if you don't see the specific day that works for you. But again, guys, this offer is only valid until Friday, okay? Until Friday next week. So we have the whole week to go through the process and to talk to you guys and to figure out if you are a good fit. So I'm going to ask my team today to adjust my schedule to add more days to my schedule for next week. All right. So you guys are able to book the call for next week. All right. But don't wait, because again, the first 5 people, we have 95 people registered for the challenge. So people are watching on the replay. Doesn't mean that we have now we have what, 8 people in the room. So people are watching replays every single day. People are emailing us, they're texting us back. So once this video is up, your guys actually you are the priority because you are the first one who is seeing that. Okay, so you have the opportunity right now to jump and to book your call so you can get this 2 fast bonuses. Once it's going out at 5 p.m. today, the recording, so everyone is going to see today's session and people will start booking their calls. All right. So just be aware of that. Be mindful of what is important in your life and take action today. All right. All right.
The links have been dropped for, of course, the offer, as well as the VIP upgrade, if you desire to get that before we head on over into the actual VIP room. Those of you who are already in it, hey, see you there. And those of you who are still thinking about it, you got time, as long as you got life. But don't waste your time and don't waste your life. Angelina,
We'll see you guys in the VIP room.
see you guys in the VIP.